Sober in New Orleans. Let's talk about it. I got sober in New Orleans, and I didn't leave. I'm a musician. This city revolves around alcohol. And for a long time, I believed drinking was the price of belonging. Not excess, not chaos, just participation. What I had to learn was how to stay sober inside the culture, not escape it. And if you're watching this from a place where drinking is just what people do, this isn't advice. This is what I actually had to change for me to survive in the place where I live. New Orleans isn't just a city with bars. Drinking is woven into our culture. Celebrations, music, grief. When you make the connections, it's assumed. You ask what they're drinking. And when I was drinking, that assumption worked in my favor. It helped me blend in. It helped me belong. It helped me quiet things. It helped me quiet things I didn't know how to deal with, especially as a musician. Late night, green rooms, after parties, it was always one more for me. Alcohol felt like the entry fee. So when I stopped drinking, I didn't just quit a habit. It disrupted my identity. When I first got sober, everything got louder. Rooms felt sharper. Conversations felt like forever. Time slowed down. I noticed how much alcohol had been smoothing things over. Not just for me, for everyone. How often people drink to avoid discomfort, to fill space, to make silence tolerable. And without alcohol, I felt exposed. Because alcohol wasn't just something I used, it was something I leaned on. It helped me fit. It helped me feel not so visible. So when it was gone, there was no question I couldn't dodge anymore. Who am I in this city without it? Who am I on stage? Who am I in a room where I'm the only one not drinking? Those aren't motivational questions. They're uncomfortable ones. Most sobriety stories start with leaving. New city, new routine, new people. Distance. Mine didn't. Mine started with staying. And learning how to stay sober with alcohol is the default. That distinction matters because staying means the environment doesn't change for you. The invitations don't stop. The culture doesn't soften. The assumptions stay the same. You have to change inside it. Early on, I kept waiting for it to get easier. Well, it did get easier after I stopped drinking. I waited for the city to calm down, for the temptation to fade, for the confidence to arrive. It didn't. What arrived instead was friction. And friction taught me boundaries. Not dramatic ones, not announced ones, quiet ones. Leaving early, saying no without explaining, staying outside just to breathe. Sometimes you disappoint people. Once you make up your mind, it's not so hard. Because in New Orleans, saying no could feel like rejection, like you're stepping outside the circle. But here's what I learned. I wasn't leaving the circle. I was choosing not to numb myself inside. People think sobriety means shrinking your life. I thought that too. I thought if I wasn't drinking, that I had to disappear. But that's not what happened. My life didn't get smaller. I got more specific. Relationships got cleaner. Energy became intentional. Time mattered. I stopped saying yes just to survive the night. And slowly, very slowly, I started to trust myself again. Waking up without regret. who I pissed off, who I done changed for, because alcohol changes you. It changed me. Realizing I didn't have to dread myself anymore. Those moments add up. Being sober made life fun again for me. It was hard at first, but over time it gets better. As a musician, this tested me. The music scene runs on alcohol, late night bars, trying to make connections. I wonder if I still belong. I wonder if I still be invited to hang out. If I still matter. What surprised me was this. People who mattered most stayed. And the ones who drifted away, they were often more connected to alcohol and the drinking. But it clarified things. Sobriety shows you what actually is holding the relationships together. I want to say this clearly. I'm not anti-drinking. I'm not anti-New Orleans. I'm not trying to prove anything. I love my city. The music, the history, the resilience, the way the joy and grief sit side by side. But I had to learn how to love myself inside it, again and again. There's a quiet confidence that comes with staying sober in a place that doesn't expect you to. Not loud confidence, not performance confidence, knowing you can walk into a room and leave that room with yourself intact. That doesn't come from willpower, it comes from repetition. Choosing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, even when nobody's looking. If you're still watching this, if you're trying to get sober in a loud place, like a city or your job, like my job is playing music, around family, friends, you're not broken because it's hard. It's hard because the environment is loud. And you don't need to become a different person to survive it. You need honesty about what helps you, what drains you, what you're actually chasing when you reach for that drink. I still walk past bars. I still hear the music spilling to the street. But you know what? After being sober, I choose clarity. I choose freedom. I'm not here to convince anyone to quit drinking. I'm here because I know there are people trying to do this in places that don't make it easy. People who think leaving is the only option. Sometimes it is. Sometimes staying with boundaries is its own kind of strength. If you're thinking I couldn't do that here, you're probably right. At first, neither could I. This wasn't confidence, this was commitment. Quiet, daily, uncelebrated. I'm still learning, still adjusting, I'm still choosing. But I'm present. And for me, that's everything. If you're sober curious, or just tired of negotiating with yourself around alcohol, especially if you live somewhere that makes it harder, you're not alone. If this kind of conversation helps you, you might want to stay here. I talk sobriety the way it actually shows up in real life. Please subscribe to Sober Man Positive. I love making content. I love talking about what I've been through in life. I hope this helps.